Yes, ma'am.
Right here in the greater Atlanta area. Listen, if you want to fly him out to where you live, that's fine. He'll go.
I will.
And so we love, and we've been talking, and we'll continue. We're talking about how we can save money in the kitchen. Now, again, you started to cook out of need, and I just kind of share with you how long it took me to visit the outskirts of the supermarket, how you're supposed to shop, right? And so, but tell someone who may be living on a budget,
Okay,
who is, trying to get healthy,
yes.
but they think it's too expensive. Tell someone where to start. Give them a basis of basics that they should have in the fridge, in their pantry.
Well, a couple of the basics I have in my fridge almost always. I always have onions, red onions, green onions, yellow onions, always onions, because onions is usually the basis of all sauces and stocks.
I love
It gives most of the flavor. I always have carrots. And then anything after that, I'm pretty much cool with. But if you're on a budget and you want to learn how to eat healthy, start with your vegetables. Please try different things. There are numerous vegetables out there that you can try. I usually start with my vegetables, and then I figure out the meats that I can have with the vegetables. You can have a certain amount of vegetables a day, but then you'll also have your meat. We always have rice in our cabinets at home. Most people have bags of dried beans in their cabinets at home. Any of those things that you have at home, get rid of those things first. That way you'll save money, so you don't go to the grocery store and re-shop and you buy, oh, I had beans in my cabinet.
Yes.
Oh, I had a box of quinoa in my cabinet as well. That's how you start.
Yeah.
That's the start.
What about couscous? Do you work with couscous?
I like couscous, and it is very hard to do. It's a lot of stirring, or else it'll burn. A lot of stirring
Yeah.
and cream.
I tend
Yes.
to make that last. Like I make sure that my meat and my veggies are done, because you don't want to not, watch it.
It's like a baby. You gotta take
Babysit.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So then, speaking of that, what's your favorite dish to cook for your future husband then? And what do you like to eat that she cooks for you?
I like everything she cooks. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that's good.
what? I try to find balance.
Okay.
Shane loves quinoa and loves couscous, and of course I grew up on rice and beans, right?
Okay, right.
But again, it's great to make once in a while,
Yes.
but not every night. And so, what I'll take some quinoa. Shane loves sweet potatoes.
Oh,
If I
really?
made sweet
Okay,
potato in
okay.
every meal, if that was possible,
my go-to
he would eat it,
vegetable.
okay? But I chop up some of that with onions,
Okay, okay.
some bell peppers,
Are
some
those ingredients you
garlic.
normally have on hand always?
All the time.
Okay.
And
That's
those,
good.
because,
Celery
I
is another good
use, freezer bags, and so that's where then it makes sense to go to Costco, because then you can take that up and it doesn't go to waste. You can chop it up, you can prep it. But also in trying to get my kids to eat other things, but so, my kids love pasta, right?
Okay.
So trying to make a healthy pasta, I'll make a ziti that will have some spinach, some ground turkey.
Okay.
It's a one,
Right.
so it's
You
cost
do know that
effective.
there's also, there's a wheat pastas that you can buy as well, and gluten-free pastas as well,
Yeah.
because pastas and rices and all the starches, eventually it turns into sugar in your body.
Right.
It's good sometimes because it gives you the energy, but also over a long period of time, the sugar collects in your body, in turn causes type 2 diabetes.
Correct.
I have type 1, I was actually
Right.
born with it. So there are ways that you can eat healthy and cut down on type 2 diabetes later on in your
Yes.
life. Yep.
And it just takes, we
A little
have
bit of
to
research. A little bit of
do some research and start reading the labels
Yes.
of what
Yes.
we are buying. But, just to, when life happened to me, I had to learn how to still cook healthy,
Yes.
but on a budget.
Yes.
And so that one kind of pot, healthy ziti, I put a ton of spinach and kale in it, but because my kids love pasta, they're eating it, but they're getting also in,
Right.
veggie. And I don't even need to put the ground turkey in for me.
Okay,
But some
okay.
people, like I have some friends, they just need
Yeah, they
meat and
gotta have
everything.
it.
I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I make a baked fried chicken.
Oh,
Yes, tell me about your baked fried chicken.
woo! Love the baked fried chicken.
He looked at me like,
Yeah.
what?
Man.
And so again, we talked about, taking your all-purpose flour, right? So
Yes.
I've done it with breast or thighs,
Okay.
again, if you wanna save some money, then you can use thighs and legs. And so I soak them in buttermilk for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then I take my
Okay.
flour and I season it up. Some black pepper, some paprika, chili powder, and all,
That
all
sounds
sorts
good.
of,
Get hungry.
great things.
Yes.
And then I take each piece and I dredge it and I put it on. I use a stone sheet, but you can use just any sheet,
Yes.
If you could put some foil, on, and then just take some light cooking spray. But since I have stone, I don't need to use that. Right.
That's
And then I take just a tiny bit of unsalted butter, a
Okay.
tiny bit, and I
Okay.
just put a little dab on each of them, not too much, just enough, and I bake it for about 25 minutes, golden brown, crispy,
Wow.
and it was baked. So there was no oil
I
involved.
hope everyone heard that, because I'm gonna try that at home
Man,
now.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think that, it's important for people in general, but especially like you said, my mother died when I was 8 because of type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
And then all of her siblings, and not all of them, but in the next 10 years, 20 years, each of them died to the complications
Really?
and so for almost
Wow.
30 years, I thought I was just gonna get diabetes, until I learned that it wasn't hereditary, it was a
Right.
lifestyle.
Broken
So
cycle.
let's just talk
Yes.
about some really easy ways that people, what's your favorite family-friendly, budget-friendly dish to make?
That's a very good question. I have to go into my memory Rolodex.
Because he
there's-
makes so much.
Yes, I tried to, there's no definite answer for that question. I try to use everything I can in my house and try to create things. Sometimes people think that, you have to have everything done a certain way,
Right.
Follow a recipe.
Follow
and
a
all that
recipe
stuff.
exactly like this, or it doesn't come out right. Well, I'm kind of opposite. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay?
I have ranch dressing. Everyone loves ranch dressing, but I also have sweet chili glaze here.
I love that.
So
I'm
if
so
you
excited
combine
about
the two, it will make a wonderful sauce for just about anything.
Wow.
Who
Wow.
would think that, well, let's just put a little bit of something out of the jar and put it on your plate.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do to that plate and your sauce to make it different or call it your own?
Sure.
Right.
So there's not
And what's
right,
in
a
that
little
jar?
twist.
And then what's in that jar?
What's in that
Because,
jar?
but you know what I learned, and this was out of need.
Okay.
Everyone has a must-go meal in their fridge.
Must
Meaning,
go.
what is in my fridge that must go
Yep.
before it
It's
turns to
fine.
waste?
Yes.
And so you can take, like you said, this or that or this and make something. Add, so like with pasta, you could almost add anything with any sort of pasta.
Throw
And
some
make some sort of
sauce.
casserole.
Yep.
You can
Some red
you
sauce,
can make
white
so.
sauce.
Yes.
Boom.
For those of you that are just coming online or tuning in, okay, so what we did today with Chef Dwayne is we pretended that we had leftovers of thighs.
Yes, ma'am, in the refrigerator.
Right, but he said that this could be done with any sort of meat, so if you have leftover ground beef, ground turkeys, salmon, shrimp,
Chicken, shrimp.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Crab.
so.
Crab.
I love crab meat. Okay, and so these are like nice size patties, but what he did is he chopped them up
Mhm.
in a bowl. He put all-purpose flour. You could use the flour that you have to use in case you have some sort of allergy.
Yes.
Eggs, breadcrumbs. Now, could you use a panko
That's
breadcrumb?
exactly what I use.
Oh, great.
And I like panko breadcrumbs because it's not granulated so fine.
Mhm.
It gives our crab cakes or chicken croquettes a really good texture,
Crunch.
crunch
Yeah.
as
I
well.
like that
Yes.
crunch.
And it also absorbs the liquid inside. If you have any
Oh.
extra liquid in your crab cakes, it also
Ah,
cracks all
that's a
together.
That's a great
good.
concept. I
Yes.
like
And
that.
and now that's a good tip.
Okay.
Okay, so in
Like a sponge.
case
Yes.
you maybe you didn't drain your stuff totally, and it's kind of too late because you have everything in there, it will help.
It will help.
But you wanna
It's
keep
fine.
that flavor in there too.
Keep the
So you
flavor
don't want
in
it
there
to
as
get too
well.
dry.
And
Yes,
so
sir.
it was
Really good.
the breadcrumbs, the eggs, salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder.
Yes, ma'am.
And you just mixed it up, and we can make these, so if I had to, because it was 5, so you see with those, I mean, we could have easily made 6.
Yes, we
Right?
can have out of 5 chicken thighs.
That's
Think about
awesome.
the other additives that we put in to actually stretch the chicken.
Mhm.
That's why we can get 4 or 5 or 6 out of this.
Now, talking about stretching,
Okay,
we're not gonna be talking about exercising here, but talking about stretching.
I'm just showing.
Okay, so you know how people want, because you are a caterer,
yes,
a
ma'am.
and you make all sorts of stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I had a budget, because some people think that they can't hire someone like you because they can't afford you, but, so tell us how we can afford a chef to make, the best impression for any sort of, event, birthday, wedding,
Okay.
shower,
So very good.
on a budget. So
On a
if
budget.
someone had 50 people,
Mhm.
and they didn't want, because to me, like that, if I did not know that was leftover thighs, I'd be like, what is this?
Right.
So this
Right.
you can dress up,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, give us a feel of how you can help us, whether we're in the greater Atlanta area, or if you'd like to fly him to where you are.
Yes.
You can, make any event look fabulous
Okay,
on
well,
on a budget.
to start, if you're on a budget, such as myself and my wife, we always shop and we try to find the things on bargain, things on sale. If you call Dwayne's Delectable Cuisine and you have a party, say of 50 people or so, and I will ask then, well, do you have in mind what you like to serve? If they have no clue, or they say, well, give me ideas, I open up my portfolio and there's thousands of pictures that you can choose from.
Nice.
Thousands.
What I do is,
Wow.
I will go out and I will shop bargain, because I shop bargain, and it's almost second nature. You don't wanna go out and find all of the
Love
most
it.
expensive foods
Yeah.
all the time.
Right.
Catering does not have to be expensive. So I base that off of going out
Ooh,
and
that
you,
smells good.
you price different things here and there. You make sure you keep in contact with the person who's throwing the party, and you say, well, would you like this? Well, how about if I create this dish for you? It would be a less cost efficient for you. And they like things like that. They really like advice that I give to help them to save money. So always bargain shop. Sometimes it
Love it.
takes going to 3 or 4 different stores to find the best deals, but it'll also save money in your pockets.
Right.
That's a good thing.
And,
Yes.
and
Love it.
what kind of things do you make for big events? Give us an idea of,
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. This weekend, Saturday, I'm catering a birthday party for a young lady for her son's birthday celebration. He passed, but they're still celebrating
wow.
the
Okay.
year of his birth. Thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
So if she's listening, that's a very good idea. So this event, I'm doing a shrimp and pasta vegetable salad, okay? I'm also doing honey Dijon barbecue meatballs,
Oh.
Shane
man.
loves honey Dijon mustard.
B2. So she also said that she wanted chicken wings, and I asked her, well, what flavor of wings would you like? I'll try to make sure I'm very personal with the person I'm catering for, so I can have all the ideas on how they want their food prepared. And she said, well, I'm not sure. I said, well, what type of wings would your son like? Oh, he loves lemon pepper. I said, okay, well, that's good. So I'll do lemon pepper is one, and then there's another I'll do off the top of my head. I'll just create something for her. I'm also doing mini crab cakes as well. It's gonna have a remoulade dipping sauce. I'm also doing chicken and cheese quesadillas for her. She has a
Nice.
heavy hors d'oeuvre party, so
Good,
those are some of
okay.
the things. You can get as fancy as you want, or you can have burger, hot dogs, and fries if you want. Whether it's low or high or anything in between, I can do it for you.
That's awesome.
And so, I love what you just said. So if someone wanted to just have a party with all sorts of sides or, hors d'oeuvres, that's quite possible, right?
Yes, ma'am, it sure is.
I love it.
It sure
All right,
is.
guys, so just to tell you what kind of veggies we have, and we steamed them. And so we had broccoli, squash, orange bell pepper, red onion. I put a light seasoning that he brought, so Man, I just followed my directions, okay? And so, it was some black pepper, right?
Yes,
Salt.
Sea salt, onion powder, and garlic powder.
And I put a dash of lemon pepper because Shane wanted that. He found that interesting. He was very
There you go,
encouraging to
Shane.
Shane. He was like, okay. And so, but anyway, and so we're gonna plate this up. So chef,
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, you're my sous chef, and since you prepared the
sorry,
vegetables. so
I
the
am
i-
working right now. People,
The idea of plating up, especially if you
Okay,
want
yes.
to impress family members, if you want to have a gathering at your house and they say, oh, well, why don't you cook us a dinner of some sort? You want to start with your starch or your vegetables first on the base of the plate, okay? Which my sous chef here,
okay, and the
Allison, will
base
do.
would be, tell me, top, bottom?
In the middle. We're
In
gonna
the
put it
middle,
right in
base,
center.
okay.
If you want to use tongs, you can. If you can use the spatula, it's fine as well.
Okay, maybe I'll use the tongs.
Okay, I'll take that
Thank you,
from you.
Chef.
Yes, ma'am.
The base
Yeah,
of the
base.
plate, kind of right in the middle.
Well,
got it.
yeah, so the base, I mean, as being the bottom, of,
Oh, okay, got
If
it.
it was double.
yes, of your plate up. There you go. And then I'm gonna come behind her and I'm gonna add a chicken croquette on the top of the vegetables. So we wanna build our plates up. We wanna have height on our plates. We want people to say, oh, wow, that looks so delicious. That's what we want.
Love it.
Yes.
It's great.
Those vegetables smell really good there, sous chef Allison.
Thank you.
Oh,
I call it creating the goodness.
Creating the goodness.
So that when you take a bite, because just how chef says that he cooks with love, right?
Yes,
So when you
ma'am.
cook with love, you create goodness. So when then your family takes a bite, they go, oh my goodness, chef, that was awesome.
oh my goodness.
The better thing is they'll say, oh, that's different. I didn't think about that.
Mhm.
That's the expression that I like to
Little
have
more.
and the responses.
All right, I was
Okay,
kind of light
well-
on these. I'm
Oh, it's
not
okay.
trying to be stingy.
It's okay. We have plenty of vegetables for everyone.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna come on her and see our nice golden brown croquettes. That's what we want.
Loving it.
I'm gonna put one on the top of our pile of vegetables here, like so. And, like I said, this is a meal that you can create right out of your refrigerator, okay? So what I did was, we had sweet chili glaze in the refrigerator. It has a little kick, and also has a little sweetness to it. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna garnish the top of our croquettes, like so. A little glaze over the top for action. I'm gonna do these as well. Looks really good, doesn't it? Can y'all see this? If you were here, you would smell this. It smells so
Smells
good.
I'm sure it's about to be
And
good.
we're gonna garnish with some dill,
Yes.
some scallions, and some cilantro.
Cilantro.
So
Okay.
I just put it around.
Yes, ma'am. You decorate your plate nice and pretty. That looks great, Allison. Hey,
Listen, I am available.
She does a little bit.
You
maybe I can
can.
use your assistance one day when I need some help.
Okay.
Listen, have apron will travel.
That looks really good. Have apron will travel.
Yes, so now tell everyone how they can find you
Okay.
online, phone numbers, website, whatever you want to share.
Okay, well, first you can find me at Dwayne'sDelectableCuisine.com. That's my webpage. I'm also on Facebook as Dwayne Dix. There's a link on Facebook that you can click and it will take you to my business page, Dwayne's Delectable Cuisine LLC. I am also on Instagram as Chef Dwayne Dix. Also, if you like to email me or if you like to have me cater an event for you, if you like what we've done here, if you like the ideas and the tips that I've given you, you can contact me. My cell phone number is 770-709-8316. I usually always answer my calls because you never know who it is that's calling you. And you're a businessman,
That's
so
right.
you answer your
Right.
phone.
The money's in the phone.
The money's in the phone. Also, I wanted to share this. We created this dish this way, this time. I also created the same dish on a website that a friend of mine and I are doing. It's called Above the Fire. You can find it at
Awesome.
streamatl.net. Streamatl.net. You can go there, click the link Above the Fire. And if you want to find out more in depth and in detail of this chicken croquette dish that I've done here, then you can find that there. It's a 30-minute segment, and you'll really like it.
Awesome.
Please send photos, if you
very
like what we've done,
excited.
send photos
Very
to our
excited.
website, send to 108 Praise Radio, and show us what you've created off of what we've given you in the tips and ideas.
I love it. I
Yes.
think that this is gonna help people to save money, while eating real food, not coming from a drive-through, and there's,
Right.
and not to put that down, but, that's just not the best food for you or your family, and it's more expensive. So
That's
if
correct.
you were to think about what you're buying and then how much it costs,
That's
where
correct.
this meal, I'm sure, there was two meals, because first it was the thighs from the night before,
That's
and then we
correct.
repurposed it, and all we did was steam up some veggies.
That's
And
correct.
when you use the veggies that are in season, it's cheaper,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, one last thing, tell us, do you do themes, like if people had a theme and said, I want a southern barbecue theme, or I want,
Yes.
a Creole theme or
Yes,
something.
I sure
I'm trying
can.
to,
Yes.
I've never had anyone to actually have a specific theme. They usually request dishes.
Mhm.
There's a lady who had a dish that she wanted, shrimp Creole. And I said, oh, okay, and she wanted a jambalaya as well. She wanted, shrimp, Cajun shrimp.
Yeah, so
as
that was
well.
like a Cajun theme
Yes,
then.
it's like a Cajun theme, but she kind of mixed and matched. So yes, I will definitely do themes if anyone
Awesome.
has that option. I will give it to them.
Well, give us your cell phone number one more time.
Okay, my cell phone number is 770-709-8316. You can contact me. Also, please send photos of your dishes that you saw me create on my webpage or my website. I'm very interested in what you have to share with me as
Awesome.
well.
Well, I shall send you some photos myself.
Yes,
So
thank
Chef,
you.
it's been a
Thank you.
pleasure having you
Yes,
here. We're
ma'am.
excited about what we
Yes,
created
ma'am. Thank you
in
for
not
having
a
me.
very long time. And so we will, we're gonna actually let Chef go so that we can eat. But listen, don't forget, please go to our page on Facebook. Find us at AliShane 6970 on Facebook, on Instagram, and all that. And we have the Dear AliShane segment. So if you have a question, whether it's in every area of your life, so if you have a cooking question, if you have a business question, if you have a relationship, and we had a doozy one, send those into AliShane6970@gmail.com. We have some great things happening. March 16th is a special event. We'll talk about that more next week, and you'll find it on our page. And there'll be also a live broadcast, and we're excited about that because it's our total wellness event, right, Shane? So what I'm talking about the rules of money and what you need to know and how to create streams of income in industries that are dominating in the global economy. So thank you so much for listening this week. We're gonna get into this grub right here. Chef Dwayne, we hope that you'll come back.
Yes, ma'am. I'll come back as long as you have me back. Also like to say, my wife is in New York. Her grandmother
Shout out.
is sick, and I'd like to send my blessings to Grandma Nancy up in New York and my wife. We hope you get better
Our
soon.
prayers.
Okay, I just wanted to say that.
All right, well, you're listening to 108 Praise Radio, Voice in the Gospel. We'll see you next week. Don't
Next
forget, you only go as far as you're believing, so dream big.
You good?
Thank y'all
job,
for making
Chef.
that so easy.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's
There you go.
let's
Good
take this